everyone, we're planting our corn today, at least some of it. We're starting first with our glass gem corn and our Stowell evergreen sweet corn that we've been saving for years. So we get lots of questions about how we plant different crops, and especially since we switched to the back to Eden style wood chip mulch garden. I know it's hard for a lot of people when you cover your garden with about 4 inches of wood chips. You look at that and say, now how am I supposed to plant seeds in that? Well, there's some little tricks that we found over the years that just make things a little bit easier. So if you want, come on along with us and I'll show you how we plant our corn, and hopefully this will help. We plant our crops in 3-foot wide beds. We try to follow a square foot method, although really we're thinking more like square inch gardening, and we're trying to fit more and more in every time we plant. Really, we don't have a big lot here. We're just under an acre, but there's a lot you can do on a small amount of land. Really, in some ways, our gardens are more productive here than they were on our old 100-acre off-grid farm that we lived on for years. Take our row maker and we use it to mark out the edges of our planting bed. And then I take our garden rake and we rake the wood chips off the surface of where we're going to be planting. This also has a benefit of exposing any weeds that might be coming up under your wood chips. So then we weed out that whole area, which is really easy because the soil is nice and soft from being covered by the mulch. Then we take our planting grids and we lay them on top of the soil, and we use the dauber that we've made. This is just an old mop that we pointed the end on, and then we use a pair of vice grips to adjust the planting depth. It acts as a stopper, so it can only go down so far into the holes. You don't want to plant your seeds too deep, they'll struggle to come up. So we lay the planting grid down, and then we take our dauber and we simply put a hole in each grid, and then drop a seed in the hole, and then we take the grid and we flip it over so that it's even with where it was before. Then I just pack a little bit of soil over the seeds, and then we make the holes in the next section. Do it all again. Just drop your seeds in, and then flip the guide over, and then pack a little soil on top of them. Once you finish the row, then I just rake back a light cover of wood chips over top of it and mark my row. And then we just continue on making the next bed and planting it in the same way.